Primary overtime in Pennsylvania. The heated race for the Republican senatorial nomination is too close to call, with Dr. Mehmet Oz and David McCord locked in a dead heat.
And joining us now for more on this is the editor-in-chief at the Pennsylvania Capital Star, John Misick. John, welcome. It's really great to have you with us. So clearly, this is an area of the country you are well versed with. You know the ins and outs of Pennsylvania politics. Are you surprised the GOP Senate primary is as close as it is?
Good afternoon. I mean, we knew this race was going to be close going in. Polling had shown it a statistical dead heat between Mehmet Oz, David McCormick, and Kathy Barnett, the conservative columnist, going into Tuesday's election. But I don't think we expected it to be quite this much of a squeaker. At the latest count, Mehmet Oz is leading by 31.3% compared to David McCormick's 31.1%. And we still have literally thousands of mail-in ballots that are yet to be counted in this contest.
Wow.
And John, Pennsylvania State Senator Doug Mastriano won the GOP race for governor. Also, a lot of people watching that race in particular because he has promoted the former president's claims the 2020 election was stolen. So what does his candidacy for governor now mean for Republicans?
Well, you know, we're seeing in Mastriano's candidacy the evidence of the rightward drift within the Republican Party coming home to roost. You know, there's this 11th hour push by establishment Republicans to try to derail Mastriano's candidacy, they believing him too extreme to win at the statewide level. But the fact of the matter is where Mastriano is on the big lie, where he is on abortion rights, where he is on gun rights, is where a lot of Republican voters in Pennsylvania are right now. And you saw that in the strength of his finish on Tuesday evening.
And all right, you know, Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman, as you know, won his Democratic primary from a hospital bed somewhat dramatically. And of course, he won by a landslide. A New York Times headline today identifies him as a, quote, left-leaning Pennsylvania politician in gym clothes. That's quite a description. What makes him such a different politician? And how does he fit into the future of the Democratic Party beyond Pennsylvania, perhaps?
You know, in a lot of ways, Fetterman is a different politician, but also in a lot of ways, he's a very mainstream politician as well. A lot of the positions that he espouses are close to those of Joe Biden on public education, on healthcare, on natural gas exploration. The look that he has, and it's become sort of an intellectual shorthand. The black clothes, the goatee, the gruff demeanor, a very studied brand that he spent about a decade cultivating. So in a lot of ways, he is an outsider, but also in a lot of ways, he's sort of the consummate politician who's built a brand, used it to reach out to blue-collar voters or Trump-leaning Democrats to try to woo him over onto his side. And we saw that in the strength of his finish on Tuesday night. He won all 67 counties, cutting across every portion of the electorate. It was an extraordinary finish. He came into the race heavily favored, had raised gobs of cash, but the way that he just sort of finished so far ahead of the rest of the primary field was really striking.
That is really, really interesting. It'll be interesting to see where this heads from there when we turn our focus to the national midterms. All right. Well, John Misick, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.